Hello everybody, it's Maria here from Pebbley Rose Paper Crafting. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'm going to make a pizza box featuring the super cute hashtag ELFIE stamp set. I'm going to also be using the basic pattern decorative masks, and I'm going to be using the polka dot one. So I'm just going to grab that one. It's at the front. So I'm going to use that decorative mask today, or stencil. Also, I'll be using my favourite Stitch Shapes dies, and I'll be using the largest circle, and I'm also going to be using the layering circles dies, and I'm going to be using one of the probably the larger of the scallop circles. So we'll get started on this project. Now, I love pizza boxes for gift giving. I think they're really cool. So today I'm going to be using Poppy Parade. This is a 5.5, so it's 5.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. You'll also need a 3.25 by 3.25 inch square panel to put on top of the pizza box. And you'll need some scraps of the Whisper White and Poppy Parade cardstocks. So we'll just start with the scoring of the actual box. So we're going to start scoring on the 5.5 inch side. So I'll just come back here so you can see the measurements. So on the 5.5 inch side, you're going to score at 1. I'll just use the thinner of the styluses, so that's at 1, and at 4.5. Then we'll turn this on its side on the 11 inch side, okay, and we are going to score at 1, 4.5, 5.5, 9, and 10. Okay, and that is all the scoring you'll need. Sorry, that was a bit out. All right. What we're going to do with all of these score lines is we're going to cut up with some snips or scissors, whatever you've got. And the same thing, and we'll just go up, just cut up to that 1 inch score line. Any lines that are a little bit uneven, you can even them out. Just clean them up a bit, so I'll just go all the way up. So just cut all the way up. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got two 1 inch areas here that we need to fold over. So on this end one here, we're just going to cut off both of those little squares right off. So it will look like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to miter in all of those score lines, all of these little flaps. Is we're going to fold and burnish all of those score lines. So grab your bone folder, and this is a really good size box too, because you can fit in lots of little gifts in there. I think you can stick a gift card in there as well. So it's a fun way of giving gifts. On this side now, fold all of those in. Okay, So in order to make this box, we're going to apply glue on these flaps here, these two end ones. We're going to leave these free, and here, and we're going to add some glue over there. So let's just start building up our box. Now this is uneven because we've got a messy score line there, so we're going to even that up. All right. So let's start applying some glue. I like using liquid glue. You can use whatever you like. You can use some tear and tape or other types, no problems there. So just build up the walls like that. And like that. Okay, then we're going to do these flaps here. And we are also going to apply glue just on the edge here. Like that. Alright, so let's build up this first. Do that on the other side as well. And then, once we've done that, we're just going to fold over this all the way down. And what it does is it reinforces the front of that box. And these are free because this allows you to put the lid on the inside of the box, like that. See, and that's why I like doing that. But we need a little thumb notch, so just bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to bring a little punch and I'll be back. Just brought over a 3/4 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to angle this, not angle it, but I'm just going to put it in the middle so that it cuts out in the middle of that and just go through, and that gives you a slight thumb notch, so you are now able to open up your pizza box without an issue. Makes it nice and easy. See, so that's all glued down, so I'm just going to glue this down and just leave it to the side for it to dry. So that's for the inside. That just closes on the inside. I love that. Now with this 3 3¼ by 3¼ inch circle, panel here, I'm just going to grab my craft sheet and I'm going to grab my polka dot stencil. I think it's really cute. I love that. So I'm going to pop this right on here, and I'm just going to secure that down with some painter's tape, and we're going to do some inking over the top of that. Super cool. And I'm going to be using my Poppy Parade ink with the makeup brush. I've been using this makeup brush all year. I got them late last year, and yeah, so I'm just going to go over the top of that now. It can be pretty dark. You can have whatever effect you like on it. Can even be light on the edges. It really doesn't matter. The sky's the limit with this kind of stuff. I love it. Let's pick up some more ink there and here. And I love the makeup brush. It just really makes inking, you know, these stencils or decorative masks very easy. All right, so we finished inking that up. Close that up, and I'm just going to clean my craft sheet and wipe that ink off. And now I'm going to take off that, and it is cute as, I love it with the polka dot. Thought it'd be nice to do something a little different with that. Isn't that cute? Just love that. So now I'm just going to wipe the mask because that's full of ink as well. So just wipe that mask or stencil. Make sure it's pretty clean. And wipe underneath it as well. Wipe my craft sheet. Now I've got my microfiber cloth. I can give that a wipe as well. You can also use a towel, whatever you like, makes it easy for you to clean. So now this mask is clean for the next time. Excuse me. Goodness me. Sorry about that. Hope it wasn't too loud. Alright, so what we're going to do with this now is we're going to put it over the top of that. Isn't that cute? So I'm just going to pop some glue. Just on the edges there. And that is super cute, not only for, like this is Christmas, but hey, you can make this into, put a little ladybug or something there too. So cute. All right, so that's that. Love this. So I'm just going to grab my Stamparatus and I'm going to grab a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. I'm going to bring in the stamp set and I'm going to use the image of the elf in the stocking. I think it's really cute. So let's put that elf in there. Just put that up here. And then I'm going to also put the Just For You sentiment from there. So I'll just grab that. And I'll just see if it fits. I didn't really think this 100% through. It's just an idea that popped in my head. I'll just grab the stitched shapes dies. I'll get the largest circle. And what I'll do is I'll just stamp. Let me think. All right. Yeah, all right. I will pop this over here. And I'm going to ink that up in Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And I'll just ink that up again. It didn't ink 100% well. Just certain bits are lighter than others, so let's ink that up again. Give it a nice darker impression, and I think that looks really good. So what I'll do is I will also place in here, let me see. I think that will be okay. And I'll just place in here the Just For You. I might put that over there. Okay. I'll take that off. Ink that Just For You up. And that inked up perfectly. Isn't that cute? So we're going to colour that image in. So that is it with the Stamparatus. We will not need this anymore. Okay. I'm going to colour that in with my beloved watercolour pencils. You can also use your blends or markers, whatever you wish. So I'll just grab my pencils and we're going to start off with inking up, pop this over here, the face, and I'm going to be using a very light, kind of like petal pink. So I'm just going to zoom you in and then we will speed this up. So enjoy. Finished colouring my gorgeous little elf, so I'm just going to bring you up and I'm just going to put my pencils away and we're going to cut out that image now with the largest of the circle. So I'll just pop that in here. Oh, I forgot to colour in that little bell, so I'll just grab a yellow pencil and I'll just colour that in. There we go. All coloured now, all finished. So I'll just bring that up close so you can have a look at that. Oops. There we go. So I forgot the bell before, but now it's all coloured. So that looks really cool. I love the way that looks. So that could be like your shaded spruce equivalent or even Call Me Clover. That looks nice. So I'm just going to now grab the die and I'm going to put some painter's tape on that, and then I'm going to grab my Poppy Parade and I'm going to grab the largest of the circles, so that's scallop circle, so that's that one. So we're going to grab the die cutting machine or Big Shot, whatever you've got. I'm still going to keep my Big Shot. I don't care. I don't care what Stampin' Up brings up, actually. I'm just going to keep on with this. If it breaks, then I'll replace it with probably another Big Shot because I like using it. And as I've said before, I have invested quite a bit of money with the platforms and what have you. So, yeah. So we're going to cut both of these out at the same time. So that's that with the die cutting. Oh dear. Note to self, don't use the masking tape that you have ink blended with, yeah? Because this is what's going to happen. Oh, not good at all. So, take that off, and that was okay. This is how it was supposed to look, with a slight little border around it. And on here, I'm just going to grab my mono eraser, and I shall be back and I'll see if I can erase that off the camera. So bear with me. Okay, so I have been doing this a little bit off camera. Now I'm just going to finish it off in front of you. This is the mono sand eraser from Tombow. Now I managed to get off most of the ink mess that I made before. So I'm really pleased. The secret to this is not to rub hard, and it also depends on how much ink you have on there. If you've got a really deep, lots of ink, it will not come off easily, I can tell you that now. So I'm just giving gentle strokes in two directions without rubbing it like this, just gentle, and it's managed to scrape that all off so you could hardly tell. Okay, so that worked out really well. So I managed to save it, which I'm happy about. All right, so we'll bring our box in. We're going to add glue. Okay, my glue has gooped up. Just bear with me for 1 second. I'm just going to unblock that. So I've just unblocked my glue. So I'm just going to add a bit of glue just around the middle there. And then I will pop that on, layer it on top. Just make sure I have a nice even border right round my scallop there, and it's just peeking through, so it just adds a nice border. I'm going to pop this on here with some dimensionals. So I've just grabbed some dimensionals here. Keep those edges for I'll just pop one in the middle, so I'll use 5 dimensionals all up on that one. And just take that all off. Alrighty, so that's all now done. I'm just going to pop this here in the middle. And that is my finished box. Isn't that the coolest? So you can fit quite a few things in here. Just to show you, you can put a mono eraser, still have plenty of room in there. You can even put, no, you can't put scissors in there. Can't put an ink pad in there, but you can put small items in there. You can even put, now you can't put that in there. I'm being silly. But seriously, you can put quite a few things in there. It's 1 inch deep. So it ends up being, how much does it end up being? So it's 1 inch deep, and I'll just bring in my, so it's about 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches as a square. So that's how much that is. So you can fit quite a few things in here. I quite like using the decorative masks, the basic pattern decorative masks. This polka dot can be used for any occasion. So cool. And you can add your own DSP with that. Or you can just use DSP and then you can make your box around whatever you wish. The sky's the limit. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. This hashtag ELFIE stamp set is just the cutest. All of the items you have seen today you can purchase through my online store. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye!